David Hogg caught on undercover video admitting Jill Biden's chief of staff ran the Biden White House. This is our top story for today. All this and more at the Gateway Pundits Week in Review. My name's Sarah Stock, filling in for Elijah Schaefer today for the Gateway Pundits Week in Review, where we look through all of the top stories of the last 24 hours on the Gateway Pundit website and give a little bit of an analysis of them. I'm also joined by Michael Hennessy.
Hey, happy to be here, ready to jump into these stories. Jill Biden helped running the White House. You know, I think we all knew that, but hey, let's jump in.
So this is a video is uncovered by Project Veritas. They still do a lot of great work. Here's the video. We'll just play it right now of this undercover interaction with David Hogg.
Yes, nice to meet you. Yeah. Off the record, of course. Foundational question for me is like, how corrupt is the DNC if so many people knew, or few people knew about Biden? Well, the president of the United States.
I mean, I think the fact of the matter is the DNC is always going to be like a campaign arm of the president, ultimately. The bigger issue was like the inner circle that was around Biden. That's it.
And I can't stress to you enough.
Like Jill Biden's chief of staff, like had an enormous amount of power.
Joe Biden?
Jill Biden's chief of staff.
That was like an open secret at the level. Like, I would avoid him. Like, he was scary.
What was his name?
Anthony Trump.
I've never seen him.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
He's like a shadowy, like, Wizard of Oz type figure.
I mean,
that's what made him so, like, I knew how he looked, but I'm like, the general public wouldn't know how this man looked.
Sorry, I'm retarded.
But he will
Let's just cut that out. Sorry. Okay. I mean, this is pretty crazy. I don't know how it's so easy to get these undercover videos of people just admitting the most wild things ever. I'm sure none of us are surprised about the fact that Biden wasn't running the White House. Now, of course, it's been revealed that he most likely has cancer, and, you know, probably the least surprising thing in the world. But I think it's also hilarious that they made this young guy, David Hogg, the vice chair of the DNC. And I swear, he's just been like screwing up the entire time. He's just not the brightest guy. What do you think, Michael? Do you think he's doing a good job?
Yeah, David Hodge is definitely not doing a good job. I know the Democratic Party is actually a little upset that they put him in that position. And if anybody actually needs IGF, which we promote all the time on this show, it's David Hodge. But yeah, I mean, the Biden, you know, especially as you mentioned with cancer, I hope he doesn't have it. I don't wish that upon anybody, but the Biden administration was a cancer to this country, and it was obviously controlled by other figures because Biden was far from being coherent. And it was just pretty much a geriatric home where, you know, he was just told what to do and a lot of forged signatures.
Exactly. Our next story, Tom Homan taunts AOC after DOJ indicts Democratic Rep LaMonica McIver. We have a video of it right here. This is what Tom Homan has to say.
Tom, I can hear them now, the caterwauling from the open borders crowd saying, how dare you try to weaponize a prosecutorial arm of our government to go after local officials doing their local business. And you say?
Well, remember, just a couple weeks ago, AOC went on social media saying if we put a finger on any of her co-workers, Congress people that were at our Newark facility, there'd be consequences. Well, guess what? We did it. I'm waiting on the consequences. But, you know, the mayor's no different. And look, I've said from day one, you can not cooperate with ICE if that's what you want to do, but you can't get in our way and you can't impede our efforts, or you cross that line, we'll seek prosecution. As far as the belonging fund that he's supporting, I have my own belonging fund. We can give housing, food, and free medical care in ICE detention. And that's exactly what we're going to do in Nashville. We're going to flood the zone with agents, multi-agency, FBI, DEA, ICE, U.S. Marshals, and we're going to flood the zone.
Well, a lot of people are calling Tom Homan pretty base for that. What do you think, Michael?
Well, I'm glad to see that he's taking the initiative, to see these politicians, these corrupt politicians, actually being prosecuted for what they're doing is a good thing. You know, we've seen time and time again where all these elected officials want to put illegal immigrants before the American people. America first is something that we don't see much of anymore, and that's what we voted for. We voted to get these illegals out of our country. We voted to make our streets safer, and we didn't vote these other politicians into office to try to save MS-13 members, to try to help, you know, murderers and rapists, but instead we need to have streets clean. And, you know, this way people like Lakeland Riley and her family don't have to go through what happened.
Exactly. And Benny Johnson literally released this exclusive ICE officer body cam footage clearly showing Democratic Representative LaMonica McIver verbally and physically assaulting federal agents in New Jersey after illegally entering an ICE detention facility. This is pretty crazy. Watch this video. I mean, this is some Jasmine Crockett level of ratchet and ghetto. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. It's Jasmine Crockett, who also is the one who said that we need more illegals here so this way they can pick our cotton, is actually what she said. But yeah, the Democratic Party, they just, as I mentioned before, they put Americans last. They just would rather go ahead and have our streets flooded. And street flooded with illegal immigrants is just in their way to get more votes. And also, I think replacement has a lot to do with it. So we need to put an end to this, you know, harboring these illegals, protecting these illegals. I mean, we even have judges who are sneaking illegal immigrants out of the courthouse, who are accused of like assault and other charges. You know, enough is enough. We voted for a safe country. We voted for these illegals who came here. If you come in this country illegal, you broke the law. First off, you already broke the law, and you're not welcome here. Now, this doesn't go against people who take the right path to come here, you know, the right way by going through the process, being vetted, making sure who we're bringing in our country is not a threat. You know, these illegals are here. They could be from anywhere. They could be from insane asylums. They could be from jails. They could just be crooked characters. Now, I'm not saying all of them are bad individuals, but unfortunately, if you were not brought here legally, you are not welcome here, and we need to get our streets cleaned up.
Exactly. You know who else doesn't like illegals? Trump. So if you want to support him, the Trump Never Surrender gold sneakers are a bold, patriotic statement with a gold finish and red and white, blue accents, comfortable, durable, and lightweight. They're perfect for daily wear and sparking conversations. Hopefully no one gets mad at you for wearing them if you're in LA or New York City or anything like that. Sure, you guys know if you wear a MAGA hat, things will happen, but these look so cool that no one will even be mad about them. The Never Surrender slogan inspires resilience, making them ideal for Trump supporters or bold style lovers. Limited to 1,000 numbered pairs. They're exclusive and collectible. Grab yours at themagaoffers.com/GP. That's THEMAGAOFFERSDOTCOMSLASHGP with up to 50% off using our Pundits link. Act fast because they are selling out. Let's talk a little bit more about these illegal immigrants, Michael. We had this article by Kristen Taylor about an illegal alien from Venezuela arrested in a jet ski hit and run death of an 18-year-old Texas woman who was accepted to the Air Force Academy. This story is very upsetting. An illegal alien from Venezuela was arrested Tuesday in the hit and run jet ski death of an 18-year-old named Ava Moore who was kayaking on Lake Grapevine, Texas. The Venezuelan woman who allegedly killed Moore was caught on cell phone video fleeing the scene in a car with help from other Venezuelans. The male driver, also an illegal alien who hit a vehicle, while fleeing the park, was also arrested on Tuesday. Here is a video from Anthony Agrio of the criminal illegal alien trash.
En el carro que se la monta y le toma foto a las placas, porfa. El carro de ella, amor. Vete para el carro de ella. ¡Se fue! Nadie va a venir encima tuyo. Porque Alejandra, mala. Se fue mal. Mala, no sé. Vámonos. Amor, las placas del carro de este enfrente. Las placas del carro.
Cálmate, ya va.
La policía aquí, ¿ves? Pero ya va. Ya ella va a tomar. ¿Cómo va a tomar si está diciendo que se va a escapar? No mames. Ay, ya le tomé fotos a la playa.
I mean, this just makes me so upset because they shouldn't have ever even just been in the country to begin with if it wasn't for, you know, the Biden administration just leaving the border wide open for years and years and letting all these people come over, then that girl would still be alive today and so many other innocent people would be as well. How does this make you feel, Michael?
I mean, if this doesn't make your blood boil, I don't know what will. I mean, time and time again, we're seeing where innocent Americans are losing their lives because of these open border policies that Biden administration and many of the other Democrats allowed to happen. You know, my heart goes out to her family. You know, it's so tragic this happened. I mean, this is someone who served our country. I believe she was like in the Air Force or one of the branches of military, who put herself out there to protect our country. And instead, what do we have? Our country kind of turned our backs on her in a way by allowing these illegals to come in, and unfortunately she lost her life. The one question I will wonder about is, you know, we always have these riots from Black Lives Matter, but I'm sure this one would be swept under the rug. I don't think there should be any riots from Black Lives Matter. I think the whole organization is corrupt and should never be in place. But it's just a system that's usually used to weaponize against the American people. But my heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to all these other families in America, and we're sick and tired of it. Let's protect our sons. Let's protect our daughters. Let's protect our family and get these people out.
Exactly. We have a photo of Ava Moore, the girl who was killed, on the left here, and then on the right we see the people who allegedly killed her and then fled the scene. It's pretty disgusting behavior, and they shouldn't have ever been in the country to begin with. Our next story, a liberal outlet, Politico, urges Democrats to create a shadow cabinet to counter Trump. Suggestions include John Fetterman's wife, which is a very interesting suggestion. This article by Mike LaChance gives us all the details. The progressive outlet Politico is urging Democrats to create a shadow cabinet to fight Trump. Perhaps they haven't heard, but the chair of the DNC announced that they're already doing that. He said so back in April. Remember when Democrats in the media claimed to care about saving our precious norms? What do they call this? The only difference between Politico's plan and the one the DNC chair already announced is who will be featured in this unconstitutional body. This is from Politico. The article right here, they're just openly saying it now. They don't even, not even worried about trying to hide their shady dealings. What do you think about this, Michael?
You know, I'm getting really tired of these shadow groups or whatever you want to call them. We had the same thing when you had I forget, it was the Ministry of Truth or something that the Biden administration tried to put out, where they were going to select a committee that would be restricting our free speech, trying to stop us on online platforms. So these types of organizations are political branches are nothing that we voted for. They should not be in office. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing by stopping Trump is they're stopping the will of the American people. We put Trump in office for a reason. We want him to fulfill his, the promises he's made, promises kept. And, that was the biggest thing in 2016 was just the pushback from them. Just imagine how much great things he could have accomplished if we didn't have craziness like this.
Exactly. And think of how much more men in general could accomplish if they had higher testosterone. They're all weak babies now. That's why we have all these beta soy boy males like Harry Sisson and Dean Withers. They just don't have enough testosterone. In general, we are witnessing a generational decline in men's testosterone levels due to lifestyle choices, diet, and exposure to environmental toxins. This decline can result in persistent fatigue, diminished strength, reduced libido, mood swings, and an overall loss of vitality, keeping you from feeling like your best self. Take control of your vitality with Man's Edge from Neutronics Labs, the natural solution to support healthy testosterone levels. Man's Edge is more than just a standard booster. It combines powerful ingredients like fenugreek, IGF-1, NO2, and more to help you feel your best. Studies show that fenugreek increases testosterone levels by up to 46%. Plus, unlike traditional powders and pills, Man's Edge offers up to 98% absorption, ensuring you receive the full benefits of these clinically proven ingredients. Even Frank Stallone has made it part of his daily routine to stay at the top of his game. Join Frank Stallone and thousands of men rediscovering their vitality daily with Man's Edge. Sign up for our auto ship program today and save 50% on all your orders. Reclaim your lost youth and energy. Visit the link below now or go to tboostnow.com. Use code Elijah to save an additional 10% on your first order. Our last story of the day, we have a report by Mike LaChance that says Democrats are tired of the party being run by Obama people. Bloom may be falling off the rose, they say. Democrats are apparently tired of having their party controlled by people who are part of the Obama government. It's easy to see why. Obama and people in his orbit have basically been running the Democratic Party for almost 20 years. Since 2016, they have lost to Donald Trump repeatedly. Before that, they lost control of Congress in 2 Tea Party wave elections. Maybe David Hogg does have a point after all. Who knows, guys? Maybe he isn't as dumb as some people think he is. NBC News reports the Obama world loses its shine in a changing, hurting Democratic Party. Michael, what do you think about this?
Barack Obama, I'm glad they're kind of getting away from him. I don't agree with many of the things that the Democrats do, but Barack Obama is someone who went on and played identity politics. He's one who went ahead and, he even scolded the black community for voting for someone besides Kamala Harris. So it's nice to see they're stepping away from him. I just wish that they would change 100% of everything else that they're doing. That's just me personally. But yeah, goodbye, Obama.
Exactly. Moving away from the Obama party and towards the Jasmine Crockett AOC party. Some great positive developments from the Democrats. We love to see it. By the way, drinking coffee today out of my Gateway Pundit mug. If you want to get one, you can go to the Gateway Pundit website where you can also read articles like the ones we discussed today. That's gatewaypundit.com. Please visit the website. There's some great journalism there. It's a great source of news. My name's Sarah Stock. If you want to follow my socials, you can find me on X at Sarah C. Stock or on Instagram at sarah.stock.politics. Michael, where can people find you?
You can find me on X as well as Instagram at snowflake_news. I just share breaking stories and just try to get the truth out there as much as possible, but I can't do it without you. So please come check out the page and just help share.
Of course. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This was today's show of the Gateway Pundits Week in Review.